I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land in which we're gathered here tonight, past, present and emerging. The Noongar people, please a round of applause for the traditional owners of the land. A bit racist, that clap, to be honest. You could have put some effort into it, you know what I mean? Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. I travel this country day in, day out. The more I do it, everywhere I go, I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, but the more I do it, the more I realise it's fucking a ridiculous concept, you know? Like, it doesn't work for anything else, does it? Mate, what's your name? Lewis. Now, Lewis, mate, I couldn't fucking break into your car. I could, yeah, no, you're right. I'll rephrase that, Lewis. When I break into your car, mate, I can't be sitting in your driver's seat with my flathead screwdriver crammed in the ignition and just before I plug the barrel, put my hand on heart and say, well, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owner, Lewis, of this 1987 VN Commodore, and then drive it around for 200 years. Doesn't work.
But you know, people just assume I have a little bad being disabled. A quick question, who here goes to work and pays tax? Yeah, I never ever have to go to work, and the tax money you pay, I get. Yeah. And yet you people feel bad for me. I feel bad for you people. It's like, where do you all park your cars, eh?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'll just get out of the way before we kick on properly. I am enormous, right? Just so you know that I know. I am quite aware. I don't need you lot looking at me going, he's a fucking big unit. Does he realise? I'm 6'7", right? It's a good height. It's a little bit over 2 meters tall. Meant that during the age of COVID, I knew that I had to be a me away from me at all times. 6'7", 7'3" wingspan. So only really two things I could be with these dimensions. One is an NBA wing defender. The other is a desert scavenger bird. Just got a new job standing in front of used car showrooms. Quite an odd-looking bloke. Feel like I've got the head of a 12-year-old on top of something that should be defending a village. Don't really feel like I look like anyone in particular. What I feel like I look like is someone that in your mid to late 30s you would settle for. Feel like when you're in your early to mid 20s you'd look at me and you'd be like, fuck off, you gangly piece of shit. Mid to late 30s, that biological clock starts to ring a little bit louder. You look at me and you go, what's that? He's got a second revenue stream and a good relationship with his mother. Don't mind if I do. See where those slender fingers will go. Tickle your lungs.
One of my favourite weeks of the year is coming up soon. Bisexual Awareness Week. Anyone here looking forward to Bisexual Awareness Week? No? Was anyone here even aware of Bisexual Awareness Week? You weren't? See, fuck, man. I reckon they need to start doing like Bisexual Awareness Week, you know, because no one ever knows it's on. And I'm trying to get behind it, you know. I reckon it's a great idea. I love the idea of Bisexual Awareness Week, but personally, like, I don't reckon a week's enough. Honestly, I reckon we need to be aware of bisexuals year round. Because they're out there, mate. Be careful. No, you gotta watch them, you gotta watch those bloody bisexuals, right? No, you do, right? Because they'll do anything to anyone, so... On the way home, just watch out. Keep your head on a swivel. You got to know the signs as well, right? Just keep an eye out for like a couple of blokes and most women.
Well, my children are lovely, but they're also fucking disappointing in a lot of ways. I don't mean in the traditional way. I don't mean like they're thick or anything. Oh, well, my son's quite thick, actually, but he's got a mullet. Oh, I know, I'm sorry, I apologise to the world. I bred a next generation mullet, you know. And everything he does, plus that mullet, makes me want to fucking stab him, you know. Because he's 16 and he's a wee dick, and plus the mullet, it's like, it's too much, you know. I see him crossing the road and I think, oh, fucking hell, you know. That came out here, you know. I ruined my arsehole for that. I'll never wear a G-string because of that. What was I thinking? And he came home from school the other day there and he says, oh, Mum, he goes, oh, I'm getting bullied at school. And I said to him, to be fair, you fucking deserve it.
I was in a cafe the other week, thought I'd have a break from my normal diet of other people's chips, and decided to order the egg. I got posed a real weird question. The clipboard woman said to me, she goes, how do you take your eggs? I thought, orally. I don't know how you've been having them, but if anything, this interaction's made me lose faith in the hard-boiled.
The thing is, I got to try and find a little sweet spot for you, because I'm in this weird age purgatory, because you're quite a young, attractive crowd, and I'm in this weird spot, because I'm 40. I'm not that old, but I'm an Aboriginal 40. That's 70 your years, all right? You go by average life expectancies, I've got like 3 hours, and I got to try and communicate. I'm the last of a generation that if you went over to a mate's house and opened up a porno mag, it would be stuck together. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. And, all right, look, young'uns, back in the day we used to have this stuff called paper. And within the pages of this paper, we would keep our pornography. And basically what would happen is you'd open it up, you'd be like, ah, cool, fucking, sorry. Yeah, aim for the aisle, here we go. And you're like, ah, cool, and shut it, and then throw it away. And then your mate would come over later and be like, oh, cool, yeah, gross. And then you stare at each other really awkwardly and then jerk off together. That's how it was done. And don't be all judgy and shit and be like, that's gross, think, judging my generation. Go fuck yourself. Have you ever touched your friend's phone? Yeah? Exact same fucking thing.
Talking to a friend of mine the other day who said she used to be a sex worker. She was telling me about the brothel she used to work at. Apparently at the brothel, the manager, his son, used to work at the brothel. And his son used to get a free blowjob every shift. You know, it's sort of like a staff meal or whatever. It just got me thinking, I mean, what am I doing working here, hey? I could be working at this brothel, sucking off this guy's son.
I think Dylan ORourke does too much. Does anyone know who Dylan ORourke is? Does anyone not know who Dylan ORourke is? Okay, for those of you who don't know who Dylan ORourke is, Dylan was a dual Paralympian. He represented Australia in both wheelchair basketball, wheelchair tennis. He was a Golden Slam winner. He's won Paralympic medals. He has a super hot non-disabled sexologist girlfriend. Proving disabled people can do anything except have sex with Dylan ORourke.
Yo, what's up? I just got married. Hell yeah. Yeah. Anyone here single? Anyone here single? Yeah. Sucked in. You suck. You fucking lonely moron. You suck. Sucked in. How good is it being in a relationship, huh? Yeah, are you guys brother and sister? No. You looked at me like we are not in a relationship. That's my brother. No, you guys are in a relationship. How good is it? Can I get a cheer if you're in a relationship? This is what you're fucking missing out on, right? how good is it? Like, how good is it when you're This is what my partner does when I pull out the remote to lock the car. She tells me, she goes, make sure you lock the car. That is so handy. Because I could be locking anything. I could be locking my hat inside of the car. I could be locking someone else's car, right? Lucky she's there to tell me. That's what you're missing out on. Sucked in, you fucking moron. Sucked in. Tell you what you're also missing out on. There's one of these in every relationship. When I'm in the car and I'm driving, when the light turns green, my partner says, go. That's not annoying at all. I was gonna reverse. Sucked in, you fucking moron. Sucked in, you lonely piece of shit. That's what you are missing.
It's been a tough couple of years, hasn't it? If there's one thing I've learned, it's that I'm not resilient. If a pistachio takes more than 2 seconds to open, I'll abandon it. Fuck it, too hard. No one has to work that hard anymore, do they? I've been looking for a silver lining since the pandemic. I think I found one. Our public spaces are no longer filled with charity muggers. You know, those cats, you lock eyes with them and you've signed up to World Vision. I'm sick to death of charity muggers because I'm already giving $30 a week. Have been for months to Fitness First. And you might say that's not a charity. Fact is, I'm giving, get nothing out of it. Never set foot in the place. I like to stay off the equipment, give others their chance to shine. Next time you see a hot 23-year-old called Chad, that's my sponsor child. You're welcome. Like to keep photos of him on the fridge. Bit blurry, taken from far away. He doesn't know it. Kids think it's a bit weird. I'm like, don't be like that, kids. That's Chad. He's your sponsor, brother.
I love Perth. Always wanted to come here, but you guys are just so fucking far away. And I almost got here once, but I got halfway. I got to Adelaide and went, marijuana's legal. Why am I going anywhere? And stayed there for 10 years, left so stoned I fucking went the wrong way, ended up back in Brisbane. And then I finally made it over to Perth about 11 years ago. I finally made it over to Perth and I knew I was going to love Perth. I was doing my first gig. I climbed on stage, grabbed the microphone and said, ladies and gentlemen, it's so nice to be here in Perth. It's taken me 38 years to get here. And some bloke went, why, did you fucking walk? And I said, settle down, cunt, I'll do the funny stuff.
Now, it's been good being here so far. I just want to find out how similar we are, because we far. Like, I don't know if you know, South Africa is here, but we fly here to Doha, and then we fly here to Melbourne, and then we fly here to Perth. So there's a lot happening, right? Like, did you guys play hide and seek while growing up? Did you go play? Yeah? Or did you call it search and rescue? I don't know. I'm just on. What, did you guys play the game where you knocked on the doors and ran away? Yes. What did you call it? Knock and run? Okay, wait. Knock and run? Okay. Knock. Ooh, talk. That's a South African over there. Okay. Are those South Africans over there? Yeah. Beautiful. Don't shout too loud. They think we're protesting. Relax, guys. We don't want the Australians to panic, please. Okay. So knock and run. We call it talk at home. Or talkie because it just means knock. Right? Knock down ginger is what the UK called it. Yeah, then they knocked down Harry, who is the ginger, so that's tough. He can't play that with his little boy anymore. Who else? Do we have any internationals here? Anyone outside of Australia? Yeah, what did you call it? Chateau Run. Where are you from? Scotland. Okay, so you shut the door because it was open. So the doors in Scotland are just open? Oh, trap door. Chap. Chap, door, run. Because you shout. When you get, you shout, chap! Then you knock, then you shout, run! And then you go. Okay. Now, the reason I'm asking is because everyone has played this game globally and we all have different names for it. And I realized why we play this game, because there's no purpose to it. You knock on the door, you hide, the neighbor answers the door, you all look at yourselves and go, Then you point at the neighbor, you go back to the road, and you go figure out where you're going to knock next. Do you know why we play this game globally? Because a lot of our friends use knock to run, knock down ginger, or tok toki as a game to look for their fathers. Now, don't look at me. We need to support those friends. It's important. Think about it. There was always one friend saying, "Come and go knock there, please." 20 years later, you figure out poor Johnny was just looking for his father, right? Always playing Lionel Richie on his phone. "Hello? Is it me you're looking for?" You're not laughing, sir? Some dad trauma? Are you okay?
It's good to be here, man. I'm very happy and excited. This year will be in November. It will be 27 years I've been in Australia. Yes, thank you. We came here under bad circumstances. Like, I was born in a refugee camp. Long before my birth, my family fled from Sudan, and my mum gave birth to me in Ethiopia. And then another war broke out, and they fled from Ethiopia and came to Kenya, and we got sponsored and brought over to Australia legally. And we had like a layover in South Africa. I remember South Africa was like, South Africa was the first time. That was the first time we were ever in like a modern city. Like, we're in South Africa and we're bragging to this guy about how much money we had. We're like, we have 25,000 Kenyan shillings to start our new life. And the South African guy is like, "My friend, you're not gonna have enough money for food past Thursday." And my family rejoiced. We're like, "Yeah, Thursday." Because we thought we'd had enough until Monday.